Your story on SA Today. We've been doing special elections coverage, but another event that we often cover is, of course, legendary races such as the Comrades Marathon. And it does seem, well, stories are that it may not be shown on the SABC, and this follows what looks like failed discussions between Athletics South Africa and the SABCs, leading to a blackout of the Two Oceans Marathon Month. Two organizations have been in talks which seem to have been fruitful. For an update, let's now talk in studio with Dr. Craig Van Rooyen, who's the SABC's acting COO, and Aleck, Skhosana, who's the Athletics South Africa president. Thanks very much, gentlemen, for joining us, and welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Thanks, Peter.
So, am I going to wake up and watch Comrades Marathon or not?
Definitely.
All right.
Thanks, Peter. Today's a proud day because we've reached the principal agreement with Athletics South Africa, and we'll definitely be producing and broadcasting the Comrades Marathon as well as the Cape Town Marathon and Soweto Marathon. But to speak a little bit more about that, I'm going to ask the president of Athletics South Africa to tell us a bit more.
All right, so you must be relieved. I mean, these are big, iconic events, and for South Africans to enjoy.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thanks to Dr. Craig. Of course, we came in here today to make sure that the problem that was there is resolved once and for all. And we've had teams before who were negotiating with SABC. And we are proud to announce that the 3 races will be broadcasted by SABC, the Comrades Marathon, the Cape Town Marathons, as well as the Soweto Marathon. And apart from that, there will be other marathons that we'll be negotiating with SABC, where it is very important for such marathons to be broadcasted in different parts of the country. And negotiations for the further contract for the 3-year, it's going to start soon, which is going to focus on 2020, 2021, and 2022. And we have also looked at a number of other important issues of track and field, where our teams travel, where SABC will have to be as close as possible in order for the nation, for the young in particular, to be able to see their icons and their heroes and heroines being awarded for whatever they have been doing in terms of training and all that. And we urge all the people who are involved in these marathons and others to keep on focusing in the preparations for the delivery of the best events in 2019 in South Africa for the South African runners, and all those will be coming from all over the continent and beyond, as we have done over the past years. We know that Comrades Marathon is around the 9th of June, and everybody is willing to go, and we believe that the Comrades Marathon will be able to do as they always do, to make sure that they present all of us by presenting the best of the best race on the day.
Mr. Van Rooyen, it's good for the viewers, I think, to know that these events will be seen. And I'm always getting a sense that there's a new era that's coming into play where there'll be even more coverage than before.
Yes. So, Peter, with all our broadcasts, we try and do a quality broadcast. And with all the broadcasts, we try and keep them to world standards. And most certainly, the Comrades Marathon, the Soweto Marathon, and the Cape Town Marathon, and the subsequent marathons, we will be doing a world-class broadcast for those events.
Capability in terms of resources, the SABC has been challenged financially. Will we be able to pull it off? Do we have the resources for it?
Definitely. So you're absolutely right in terms of the SABC not having money. I think that in terms of this types of broadcasting, we do a lot of planning. And mostly in the SABC, we're backed by a very good team. And as you know, the SABC teams are extremely resourceful in terms of getting an event like this done. So I'm more than confident that these events and the future events will be extremely successful.
All right, Mr. Skhosana, what are some of the challenges that you've been able to smooth over that's brought on this new era? What were some of the things that you needed to overcome?
Well, some of the challenges, of course, it's a public perception out there, and falsified information like ASA and SABC was the cause of what happened in Two Oceans. Not only that, there were quite a number of other factors that were at play that SABC could not be able to solve without us, and also us without SABC and the race organizers. But the message that we are sending out there is that whosoever wants to have his or her race broadcasted, the gate is ASA first. Then ASA will speak to SABC as a partner, and in that way you cut a very long and windy communication that is unnecessary. If you write to ASA, ASA will respond to you within a day or so, and they will sit down with SABC and look forward. But of course, we are focused, as you'll know, that we have got track and field, we have got cross country, we have got teams. The greatest athletes of this country ran this year without the broadcast, but that is water under the bridge. And we are focusing to the future. We have ironed out all those issues, and we understand as South Africans that SABC is in a dire need of financial support from elsewhere in order for them to be able to do what they used to do. Of course, we have never had complaints over the past years. Our track and field, our cross country, our road running, even smallest events have been covered via news and all that. And we understand the situation. And I think that's what made all of us to be able to quickly arrive to a decision. And thanks to Mr. Mkakwe, the group CEO and the CEO and the team that was there, as well as the ASA team that was there. So we're looking forward to deliver the events and the whilst we are negotiating behind the scenes.
All right. Will we see you running the Comrades? Will you will you be on the track? All right. Perhaps a final word from you, Mr. Van Rooyen. Do we get a sense that other national sporting events are going to be accommodated one way or another? Are we getting into a period where we're just going to find the resources and we'll be able to assure the public that most of the national events will be seen on the SABC?
Yes. So, Peter, I have to be very direct about this. We mentioned a little bit earlier about the situation that the SABC finds itself in, and we have to be prudent in terms of how we financially manage these types of events going forward. And it may mean that where events are not financially viable, as a broadcaster that's ailing, we may not produce some of them. In the case of Athletics South Africa, I think the president of Athletics South Africa has gone a long way to meet us halfway. And I think Athletics South Africa fully understood the situation that the SABC finds itself in, and we were able to find a middle ground. And for that I'm extremely grateful, because it's such a good event that we would not like to miss out on.
All right, gentlemen, thanks very much indeed. And on behalf of South Africa, thanks for the great news as well, that we'll be able to enjoy these events. Thanks so much indeed for coming through.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Peter.
Thank you.
All right, that was Dr. Craig Van Rooyen, the SABC's acting COO, and Aleck Skhosana, who's the Athletics South Africa president.